Hey everyone, Jamie here. I just wanted to talk about how different people have different needs. And so it's important that as sovereign human beings who are living our own unique lives, it's really, really important that you apply some critical thinking anytime you are listening to someone, regardless of who they are, how successful they are. I don't care if they are billionaires or multimillionaires or your parents or someone you really, really enjoy listening to on YouTube, like hopefully me, always scrutinize and apply your critical thinking skills, because none of us are in the same situation. There's someone I really enjoy listening to, and it's just like so obvious to me that this person does not have ADHD. There's just like, oh, I don't think this person's ever been depressed in their life. Like, they clearly don't have anxiety issues. Like, I was just thinking to myself, that's shit advice for someone like me. Like, I was just sort of thinking like, oh, I really don't like that they said that. And, actually this came up twice in 2 days. So that's why it feels like something worth talking about. The same thing happened yesterday. And again, I'm not going to say it was shit advice. I'm just going to say, like, it just didn't apply to someone like me. I mean, my life is like the movie 50 First Dates. I wake up and I have no recollection of what I was so passionately committed to the day before, right? Like, in the morning or in the night before even, I write down something I want to get done the next day with clarity. With absolute crystal clear clarity. This is my top priority. This makes the biggest difference. This is what I'm going to do. And I swear to God, the next day I look and I go, holy shit, I fucking forgot that I had said I wanted to do that. People who don't understand that that's a thing, when they're just like, yeah, like you just do this, you don't need your to-do list. You can just trust and you can just be in the moment. And it's like, I don't think you know what it's like to have like permanent amnesia. Like, I don't think you know what it's like, and I just was thinking, here's what I know happens. Someone impressionable, desperate, or genuinely wanting to be better, but struggling all the time with things that other people clearly don't struggle with, and it brings them down. It's such a downer. It's so depressing. It's so frustrating for these people to hear experts or to hear people that they love and trust go, this is just not an issue. You just you just remember to do things. Like, or the worst is, if it's important to you, you'll remember. Like, you don't know what it's like to have ADHD. You don't know what it's like to have a brain injury. You don't know what it's like to have trauma responses where it's actually really, really, really hard for you to just remember things naturally. And I just, like, my heart breaks. My heart shattered. Like, I just want to cry when I think about someone doing their best, trying so hard to be better, and then the people that they love and trust just kind of dismiss and don't even realize how everybody has coping mechanisms. Everybody has different needs. And I'm sorry that I'm emotional about this. It's just that I don't ever want you to give up. And I think the thing is, people are always doing the best that they can from where they're at. And people, I really genuinely believe that people have the best of intentions. I really, really genuinely believe that. These are two people I actually really, really like in the last 2 days have said things like that. I really, really like them, and I know they have incredible hearts. And so I just want to be that person that says, hey, by the way, like if someone says something and it makes you feel like shit because you're like, oh, there's clearly something wrong with me. I'm parked, by the way, in case you're like, is she still driving? No, I'm obviously parked now. If there's something that someone says and you're like, wow, clearly I'm a broken failure of a mess of a human being, because it's not like that for me, and it is hard and it is challenging. Listen, I am open to the possibilities, and I genuinely believe that we can shift our life experience. So it's not that I even disagree with them. It's just like, wait a minute, there are people out there where this is feeling and their experience is genuinely that this is a really difficult, this isn't easy for them. They don't just remember, or whatever, whatever the thing is that someone was talking about. I just want to be that person that reminds you that everybody's experience is different. And so, hey, first of all, let's set an intention. Let's be open to the possibility that you could have a totally different experience like they're describing, but also have absolute, incredible, unconditional grace with yourself and give yourself what you know you need. So in that situation, someone was basically saying, you don't have to keep doing something over and over again. Like once it's, or like, you don't need to-do lists. Just, you can just trust yourself. You can just trust you'll just know when to do things, And if you know yourself to be incredibly forgetful, and you've had terrible experiences in the past where you didn't write something down and then you did forget it and then you felt like shit and then there was bad consequences for it, and you just know that you're the type of person that writes stuff down as that safety net, don't listen to someone saying you don't need to do that and then feel like shit about yourself and then try to do it their way because apparently I don't need to do it, and then fail and then hate it and then kick yourself and be like, why the fuck did I believe that? Like, I'm broken. Like, she doesn't understand. I can't be helped. I'm like, that's not, I'm not capable of that or whatever. Like, don't beat yourself up. Meet yourself where you are while leaving the door open for an even better experience. There's a word that I want, but it's not coming to me, but just meet yourself where you're at. I think that's a huge problem, and I've seen it so many times. I've coached thousands of people at this point, and I can tell you with certainty that one of the areas where people with the best of intentions make big mistakes is where they just blindly try to follow what someone says, here's what you need to do. And it's almost like they totally ignore their inner guidance or their like inherent knowing in that situation. Like, they have this inner guidance. They have this voice in their head. They have something show up saying like, I don't know, this doesn't really feel right. I don't know, but this person says this is what I'm supposed to do, so I'm just going to do what they say to do. Like, just blindly, like, ignoring your inner guidance, ignoring what you know to be true. Now, again, like I said, like, if you don't want this thing to be true and you would love for your life to be different, open the door for that possibility. But meet yourself where you're at. Like, do what you know to do while opening the door for not having to do that in the future. Does that make sense? I really hope it does, because it really struck me both times, 2 days in a row, in two different situations. People were kind of like, oh, you don't you don't need to do that. This is what you need to do. You just need to trust, and you just need to, and it was just like, oh, where's the asterisk? Where's the further explanation? Like, that was not a complete thought. Like, that wasn't complete coaching. That wasn't complete guidance. Wait. That wasn't the whole story. Like, that needed more. Like, I don't like how you just left that, because I know how I would feel hearing that, and that wouldn't feel good to me, but like, I would just beat myself up over it. And so I just want to really encourage you, like, it's fucking nuanced. This is all so fucking nuanced, and I'm sorry, that's just how it is. I wish I could just be like, yeah, just blindly trust and believe everything that you hear and just follow it as if it's truth. But the problem is, we're human beings with emotions and baggage. We all have baggage. And so who do we turn on first? It's usually ourselves. And I just don't want that for you. So I hope this served you. I hope, at the very least, my intention was, to remind you to love yourself, to have grace with yourself, to support yourself, to honor where you're at while you're anchoring in to an even better future, an even better tomorrow, all the things, okay? All right, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to live and love your life on purpose. Bye.